Yeah. All right, need a motion to come out of executive.
Motion.
Steve made a motion, I second the motion. Any further discussion? We're out of executive. Just to let the record reflect, there was no action taken in the executive.
I'm assuming y'all are all in favor
And
of that motion, is that
in
correct?
favor?
Yes.
Vote yes.
All right.
Mr. President, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of you. Do you want to call for public comment?
I don't think we have anybody in here for public comments
Brian?
unless, Brian, would you like? Okay.
Hey, Brian, when you hollered at,
Yeah, well, I had
Kim
one
and
lady
Mike,
and I think
they're
she
right down the
left.
hall.
She'll probably be back Monday.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have Mr. Slade.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, item under my section for our work session agenda is the acknowledgement of receipt of a pay pack from Integrated Right-of-Way Services. This is our third-party right-of-way acquisition company. They submitted a pay pack. This is to close the transaction related to parcel 26 in our Florence Byram Parkway project. This is Dr. Cumberland's property, Sid. And there has been an agreement reached with Dr. Cumberland and the county with respect to the amount of just compensation that he is entitled to for the property that is being transferred to the county for right-of-way purposes. There's an ex-deed parcel that's associated with this, and so what I need you to do is to acknowledge receipt of that pay pack and to authorize the recording of the deed instruments and the payment to Dr. Cumberland of the amount of just compensation agreed upon.
Okay.
So I just need a motion of that.
I'll make a motion.
Steve made a motion, I second the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. When would we get his check to him?
I believe it's gonna be cut today.
Okay.
So, last thing, gentlemen, this is just a quick reminder to you. On July the 31st at 4 p.m. at the Vault, Palmer and Slay, my law firm, will be hosting Willie Simmons, our Transportation Commissioner for the Central District, for a reception. And that reception is in his honor and will be on behalf of the Rankin County Board of Supervisors. We have a number of important transportation initiatives in Rankin County, and we would like for Commissioner Simmons to come be a part of that reception where we will remind everybody in the public about important transportation initiatives that the county is pursuing and how the Transportation Commissioner is a part of that process already, and we want to say thank you to him. And so I just wanted to remind you, you'll be getting an invitation, but I wanted to make sure that we get it on your calendars for July the 31st from 4 to 6 at the Vault. That's in Brandon. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have Keith Hicks, our County Administrator. Gonna straighten up his collar one time. Collar's a little bit.
All right, I got you. Good morning, gentlemen. Item A under my section is authority for the Sheriff's Department to enter into a 5-year agreement. This is for our drones that we use in patrol, and this will be paid for through the Sheriff's Drug Seizure Fund. This is a timing issue is why it's on today's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second that motion. Steve made a motion, I second the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item B is authority for the board president. This is to execute a statement of work agreement with Civic Plus. This is to update our software for keeping our minutes. Again, a timing issue to get this done today.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I make a motion. Steve made a motion, I second the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item C is, this relates to our weather sirens that the board is moving forward with. This is to authorize the agreement with Jackson Communications to go ahead and start the installation. We've reviewed it, Craig's looked at it. I think we have a good agreement in place, and it's just provides how we pay for what we get when we get it.
Yeah.
We'll pay 4 equal installments over the installation period. if you have any questions about timing and all that stuff, Brian's still here. So.
Well, look, can we explain this, how this, we got to this point? Because
Yes, sir.
Glenn doesn't have any history.
Okay.
We have had weather, or whatever it is, sirens,
Sure.
for years.
Yeah,
And-
the ones that currently in place were installed in 96, 97?
There is a hodgepodge, Patrick,
Okay.
but
Right,
some
yeah.
sirens are back.
But
30 years ago.
As of, a few months ago, I won't say less than half of them were
12
working,
12 out of 39.
12 out of 39.
Right.
And we really pushed to go digital or on our cell phones. And Brian put together a great program where you could sign up and you'd get a lot of different notifications, not just weather, road closures, things like that. And we pushed that, even went to some homeowners meetings, things like that. But people are fine with what we've done, and they don't really wanna pay the money. There's huge maintenance fees on this, and anyhow. But each one of them said, but don't take that one down, this one, you know, every place we went. And, the majority of the people want us to provide that service.
Right, okay.
Even though it's,
To keep the towers there that make noise rather than just going with the cell phone.
Right.
That was the whole idea, was to go
We're
with.
gonna be utilizing both.
Right.
Now we're gonna have
using
both.
Okay, got it. And is this proposal to repair the ones we have or start over?
This is replacing, in the same location, 39 of the sirens,
Right,
and we're adding 5 additional sirens,
okay, sure.
so it'll be all
We're
modern.
upgrading all of
Yeah,
them.
just starting over,
Yeah,
basically.
and let me also point out that you're also authorizing me to make sure the sites where the sirens currently are accessible, and go ahead and take care of any issues
Yeah.
accessing those sites for the construction crews.
all right,
I take it this is something y'all have already addressed pretty.
oh,
Right.
for
We
a
issued
long time.
We issued an
Yeah.
RFP.
Yeah,
We
okay.
received, I think, 3 bids from
That's right.
companies, and the board's already awarded that.
Okay, good deal. All right, I'm good with that.
This is authorizing a process for the installation and a payment
Yep.
that would be different from what would normally happen. Normally, we would require all the sirens to be installed, and we'd write them a check at the end. And that's not gonna work here, and so we're doing an installment payment plan, but they have to actually install, and so they'll be paid as they get units in place.
Got it.
I think it's about 8 at a time, maybe, or 9 at a time, something like that.
There's the back of the house installation, and then the sirens installation.
Okay. that's
Right.
All right,
So
Did we-
we've got a good
did we vote?
structure here. and it
No, we
works.
hadn't yet.
Alright.
Yep.
We'll need a motion on it.
all right,
Yeah.
we, I make a motion to approve, I think Sid seconded it, but we
Yeah,
didn't,
Steve.
we didn't get to the voting.
Right, Steve made a motion, I second the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries.
And I have no additional business, but I do have an item for personnel. Second executive session.
Well, we just had executive session.
You can't wait till Monday? Okay.
Okay. So. Yeah. I guess we need to go back to executive.
Well, Keith, you were finished,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Unless y'all had a
All right.
question on the agenda.
Review your agenda, okay.
No, was good with
No
everything.
other additional business?
No.
You and me make,
Yeah.
I make a motion to discuss the need for another executive session. I need a second, I guess.
Second.
All right,
Steve made a motion for
The need.
the need for
Sure.
executive session. And, Mr. McLeod second that motion. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
all right. Now, I make a motion to go into executive for personnel.
Personnel.
Second.
Nice.
Steve made a motion, go into executive for personnel. Dr. McLeod seconded that motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?